I don't think that this is going to have a satisfying conclusion, and probably just a setup before we go to the movie. I don't think this is gonna be just, Madoka in this timeline experience her magical girl power for the first time. I think that her power is just inherent from other timelines that keep stacking up, and she's become more and more powerful every time that Homer has, get into a new time loop. And I think that's pretty much it, because for the last episode, we're gonna see Madoka's become a magical. I think this is being set up since the beginning in episode 1, and we already seen her become a magical girl in another timeline. So I think this is moments before we go to the movie, and yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. I don't think that there's gonna defeat Volbekids in this episode. I think that's probably just a movie content to see them fight. So let's see what's gonna happen. And what is Madoka wish?
叶えたい願い事を見つけたの。だからそのためにこの命を使うね。
Everything's gonna be pointless from Homura's perspective. She's becoming a magical girl.
本当にごめん。そんな私がやっと見つけ出した答えなの。信じて。マドカ。
Trust in Madoka.
得られるだろう。本当だね。さあ、要マドカ。その魂を大を願う。
Okay, at least he behind at this time that it caught the soul.
なりたい。すべての宇宙、過去と未来のすべての
Every
魔女。
single wish, okay. With your own hand.
と戦ってきたみんなを希望を信じた魔法少女。私は泣かせたくない。
She's gonna break the universe law.
願い。さあ、叶えてよ。インキュベーター。
You can't do that, right, Cubase? Finale, my very best friend.
多分。
Mommy?
未来。
Wait, to my understand, so we just got an alternate universe. No. We jump in the timeline where Madokas need to fight every witch in all timelines, past, future, and eternal. That is a lot.
あなたは永遠に戦い続ける
So
こと
we
に
in
な
the
るのよ。
past?
という答えを保てなくな
Sisters
る。
is an individual.
死ぬなんて生優しいものじゃない。いいんです。そのつもりです。
Okay, she didn't break the law of the universe because witches still exist, but she needed to individually try to destroy every witch.
誰もやってみなよ。
Oh, Kyoko!
戦う理由見つけたになるのよ。私たちすべての希望に。
Wait, but I thought it was real. So is that her imagination? I thought that we already, go into the past or something. Okay, this is just in her head. Okay. No magical transformation scene? Come on. Okay. It's not an arrows anymore. Oh. I think that's the magical that's going to become a witch. Okay, so she can. Oh, wait, why is so her soul? Okay, so does it mean that Madoka can change every magical girl to become a normal girl? Okay. Damn. Okay, she's disappeared. Okay, where is this? Is this in the past? Okay, so that is a magical girl outfit. I think it's in the past, right? Or I don't really assume anything. Maybe this is somewhere in Tibetan region, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe this is somewhere in Tibet, but there's a lot of mountain grass and her outfit. I don't know if this is the past or not, but okay. So the soldier's gone, and their body also gone too. Becoming a witch is probably the worst fate than death, right? And yeah, I think that, there's no laws against that. So I don't think Madoka can change all of these girls to become a normal girl. She can only end their suffer, preventing from becoming a witch. Or would that Madoka herself is going to be a witch too? I don't know, but she's made a sacrifice. Yes, every timeline. Past, future. Yep. Right. Wait. This is interesting, you know. I need to look more at this. Okay, this is the future world, right? It's the Viking era. Why are you in the volcano? Iceland? I don't know. Or this is literally a war. I think this is Zhang of our great brands. Wait, isn't Zhang literally got killed because people accuse her for being a witch? Can he do that to Wako Kiss though? Huh. Avoid. Where's the city? New laws. Temporal magic, okay. Is that all the soldiers? Okay, so we're in the moon, okay. To raise all witches, And the despair. She's trying and does despair. Oh! I love those impact frame. No longer beginning of the end, okay. So she's literally a god, and I think that a god has no, has no existence. It has no substance. Also, God is just a vague concept that humans just created. It seems that I'm pretty sure that I've heard of this concept before, but I don't remember where. Because Madoka's no longer a student. Huh? Damn. So her mother's lost her daughter. So like a ghost. Oh, but it goes here. Okay. Okay. So Madoka acknowledged all of those timelines, right? Okay, so she's know-it-all. Oh. At least Homerus is not alone anymore. Yeah. And Homerus will be alone again? You were my very best friend. Yeah. Homerus is gonna be alone again. Yeah. I hope that Homerus still remember her. Oh, okay. Someday. Okay. Okay, so which timeline that Homerus gonna send back to?
25番上条京介です。
Okay, I think that he's just setting up a soundtrack for us.
さやかちゃんを救うには何もかもなかったことにするしかなく、でもそれは多分さやかちゃんが望むなんか
Sayaka ghost, so Madoka can't interact with everyone that already dead.
そしたらこの未来も消えてなくなっちゃう。
Yeah. The fact that they chose Kamijo, that means that we are still in this fuck up timeline where Sayaka is already wished for Kamijo. Huh.
でもそれは多分さやかちゃんが望む形じゃないんだろうな。これでいいよ。
Okay, at least Sayaka's still happy.
私はただもう一度もう何の後悔もない。まあそりゃくれるよね。
Is that happy here, Sayaka? What? Okay.
すべての力を使ってしまう。バカ野郎。惚れた男
Okay, so it's pretty confusing right now. Which timeline are we in? Because the last time, so I think that in every universe, Sayaka's wishes for Kamijo. So it doesn't matter if it's pretty confusing right now because I watched it first time. I remember this in episode 10, there's one scene that Mommy's still alive, but also Sayaka's also become a magical girl. So this is a timeline where Madoka is also a magical girl, but right now Madoka is not exist anymore in every timeline. Is this the current Homura? Way of a cycle. Okay, so every timeline Miki's wishes for Kamijo. Okay. Wait, but Homura has never been a magical girl in this timeline. Wait, did I misremember something? Right, so Homura just exists, just replaced Madoka in this one? Wait, this is really confusing. Okay, but Homura still remember Madoka. But I think, yeah, these two probably don't know the Madoka. Yeah, who? Okay, so the conclusion is we're in the timeline where Madoka never exists.
そうだね。
こら、ダメじゃないか、達也。女の人の髪を引っ張るのダメ。
すみません、大丈夫でしたか？いえ、あの子が一人遊びする時の見えないお友達ってやつ？子供の頃にはよくあることなんだけどね。ええ、私にも覚えがあります。
Or at least her little brother still remember her.
アニメか何かのキャラとか？さあ、どうだったか。聞き覚えがあるような、ないような。って思うことがあるんだよね。リボンすごく可愛いね。私の好みにド直球だわ。ちょっとびっくりしたくらい。で、まあ娘とかいたらつけさせたかもしれないね。
Her mom still kind of remember her, but not really.
だとしても証明しようがないよ。君が言うように宇宙のルールが書き換えられてしまったのだとする。君だけがその記憶を持ち越しているのだとしても。
Cubase didn't remember that, bro. Oh, there must be multiple timelines where Madoka's never wishes for becoming a magical girl, right? Every time that we bring up a timeline, we're always confused about. So, I think conclusion. I think that we are going to go with this one timeline, right? And because Madoka exists in every timeline as a god, so there's no timeline that there is Madoka right now. But we can go to the past before Madoka become a god. But also, the Madoka god also know the existence of her universe where Madoka also exists as a human.
じゃなくて本当のことよ。
I don't know what I'm talking.
としても証明しようがないよ。君が言うように君の頭の中にしかない夢物語と区別がつかない。まあ確かに浄化しきれなかった。
I think that there's this one fan fiction trope that stupid, right? Where and everything was just a dream and all the characters just wake up from a terrible coma. I don't think that that's gonna happen in this episode. Or maybe at the tail end of the next movie, it's going to be a scene where Madoka just wake up from hospital bed and everything was just a dream.
の話にあった魔女の概念は
Cubase never knows about witches.
人間の感情エネルギーを収集する方法としては確かに魅力的だ。そう見るような魔獣なんて存在しなかったんだ。呪いを集める方法としてはよほど手っ取り早いじゃないか。そう。たとえ魔女が生まれなくなった世界でも、それで人の世の呪いが消え失せるわけではない。世界の
I mean, there's no longer a witch, but there's an existence of monsters still, right? Maju? I know the word kaiju, and that is a type of monster. So Maju is magical monster, but they translate it as race. And so Maju is like a play on word to Majo, right? As a girl. I think Majos mean magical girl. No, Majos mean witch, and Maho Shoujo is magical girl.
悲しみと憎しみばかりを繰り返す救いようのない世界だけれど、だとしてもここはかつてあの子が守ろうとした場所なんだ。忘れたりしない。
Never forget.
だから私は
Okay, so that was a pretty bittersweet ending, but okay, there's a post-credit scene, and I think that this is going to be a setup for the movie. Don't forget, always somewhere, someone is fighting for you. As long as you remember her, you're not alone. Okay, Madoka? That's just... Madoka must be somewhere here in the screen, but we can't see it. Okay, cool wings. Yep. Oh, Madoka's voice. I still can't read this soldier. Let's see here. There's 5 silhouettes of our main characters. Is that Sayaka's is still here? I think that those are the other magical girl. Is this a movie teaser? We'll see. We have to find out in the Rebellion movie. And I think that's it for the episode. Pretty. I shouldn't. It's more satisfying than I thought. I thought it's going to end on a cliffhanger and and just tell the audience to watch the movie or something. But yeah, at least it has a conclusion. But so what is the movie is going to be about then? Maybe they can play on another timeline. I don't know. I keep theorizing what's going to happen in the movie. But let's talk about the finale first. So now the timeline we are in. Okay, at least I'm happy that Kyoko is still alive in this canon timeline. But I don't want to say canon timeline because this show has a lot of timeline. It's opened a lot of possibility. Maybe if you're Sayaka fans, maybe there's a timeline where Sayaka's never become a magical and just disappear. There's might be timeline where Kyoko and Sayaka's exist together rather than one Sayaka's just cease to exist like this. Still, Mommy's still alive, but Madoka is not. I wonder, is there another timeline that Madoka has never become a god? But that doesn't make any sense because Kyubey already said that Madoka's already erased from every timeline, become a god, and can see everyone, right? Even though no one can interact with her except maybe the death. Is this a happy ending? I mean, I'm happy. No. I don't want. It's a bittersweet. It's not that not that always doom ending where you cannot fix these Walpurgis problems. But what can happen next? I don't know. There's a lot of things that can play in the movie. Probably the best it is interaction between Madoka and Homura. So this is a timeline where Homura is. I think I already said it in the episode reaction. Okay. I think that let's talk about overall season. And I think that. I don't know what is the best episode, and I think that most of the best episode is probably the episode where there's a lot of shock value. And I think I said it before. I watched the first 2 episodes and then I dropped the show because at that time I didn't have enough time to watch anime. I started watching the first 2 episodes, and then episode 3 hit me with Ami's death, and episode 9 where Kyoko and Sayaka are also dead. And somehow I thought that it wasn't a death. I thought there's going to be a solution to fix their body or something, but that was stupid of me. And the stupidest, I think the most stupid thing that I thought was Kamijo's is Sayaka's brother. Also, the one aspect that I really like about the is there's no villain. I mean, at least the villain is the law of the universe and Kyubey. Kyubey is pretty evil, but he just play by the rules. But I don't want to play by the rules. But everyone that has no emotion can easily become a psychopath, become a villain of the show. Kyubey is pretty hateable, and the fact that he already has this one face, it really gets me off in the middle of season. Even if you never watched this show before, you could sense something wrong with this creature. And the main characters all along was Homura. If I rewatch the first episode, I probably has a little bit more understanding what is Homura thinking. But anyways, I don't know what's gonna happen in the movie. The only thing that I can think of is alternate timeline shit. Even if these universe stories is come to a conclusion, I think that there's an opportunity to tell the stories in other alternate dimension, right? Also, I feel like defeating Walpurgis was too easy. So maybe that is just me, but becoming god, everything is just a snap, and then everything just become after you wish she can't do anything. At least Madoka still exists in our hearts. So I don't know what's gonna happen in the movie. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.